Welcome back to Movie Recaps. Today I will show you a 2021 comedy film, titled Spoiled Brats. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. Francis Bartek is a Polish descent millionaire that came to France and worked his way up in the construction business. Now living in Monaco, he has two sons, Philippe and Alexander, plus a daughter, Stella. None of them work, they live off daddy's money and are incredibly spoiled. Alexander keeps skipping class to sleep with women of all ages, Stella spends all day shopping, and Philippe keeps coming up with bad ideas for projects and dropping company chores his dad gives him in exchange for partying. All of them are terribly rude to servants and workers as well. One morning, Philippe comes to Francis' office with a very dumb idea, hiring people to break in your shoes before you wear them. Francis, who can't bring himself to scold his kids in any way since their mother died, says he'll think about it, but his associate and close friend Ferruccio points out how ridiculous the idea is. Philippe leaves after Francis gives him a package to deliver for the company, and Ferruccio scolds him for not being stricter with his family. The excuse of their mother's death isn't enough anymore. 15 years have passed and they're adults now. Meanwhile, at the Bartek mansion, Stella's birthday party has already started. Her lazy Argentine boyfriend, Juan Carlos, tells his audience stories of his land while continuously declaring his love for Stella while she gets more and more irritated by the lack of juice. She goes to the kitchen to yell at the service and is interrupted by Matthias, an old acquaintance of hers who is working with the catering service and doesn't hesitate to point out she's only happy to see him because he'll be working for her all night. Francis spends some time in his home office before joining the party, talking to a portrait of his wife while wondering where he went wrong and getting offended when his housekeeper, Marguerite, tells him he's depressed. He finally leaves the room when he hears some ruckus outside and finds Carlos destroying an expensive bottle of vintage champagne when trying to open it by throwing a golf ball at it. Obviously he's failed, but instead of accepting the responsibility, he blames the waiter holding the bottle for moving. Afterward, he and Stella request to talk to him in private, so he takes them back to his office and listens to them while cleaning his shotgun. Francis obviously doesn't approve of Carlos and he lets them know this when he hears he